Also, President Bola Tinubu has gotten the unanimous endorsement of the Council of State for his nominee for chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. Professor Joash Hamupito will now await the screening and confirmation of the Senate to fully assume the position of chair of the Nigeria's electoral umpire. TVC News State House correspondent Femi Akone has more in this report.
It is the second meeting of the National Council of States under the Tinubu administration, and it comes at a crucial moment for Nigeria's democracy. At the center of discussions is the decision on who will lead the country's electoral body. President Bola Tinubu, as Commander-in-Chief, sought the counsel and endorsement of the Council, the nation's highest advisory body, on his nominee for the top job at INEC. That nominee is Professor Joash Ojo Amupiton, a senior advocate of Nigeria and 58-year-old indigene of Kogi State. After deliberations, the Council gave its unanimous approval, clearing the way for Professor Amupiton to become the next chief umpire of Nigeria's electoral process.
Joash is a professor of law. As a matter of fact, also a professor of evidence. He's a highly respected scholar with impeccable credentials. And on the presentation of his name, Council unanimously approved and consented to the recommendation for his appointment.
The Council also reached a number of key decisions, including the appointment of a new chairman of the National Population Commission and a federal commissioner. President Bola Tinubu secured the Council of State's backing to implement recommendations from the Committee on the Prerogative of Mercy. That approval paves the way for the granting of presidential pardons to 175 individuals convicted of various federal offenses.
The chairman of the National Population Commission that was appointed based on the approval of the Council of States unanimously is Dr. Aminu Yusuf from Niger State, as well as the federal commissioner representing Yobe State, in person of Alhaji Tonga Betara Bularafa, who is also appointed today and unanimously approved by the Council of State.
President Bola Tinubu is set to forward the name of his nominee for the INEC job to the Senate for confirmation. If approved by the upper chamber, the nominee will become Nigeria's 13th chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission. For Professor Amupiton, the task ahead is enormous. His immediate focus will be on overseeing the Anambra State governorship election scheduled for November 8 and the FCT Area Council polls coming up in February next year. Beyond that, he will also be responsible for implementing proposed amendments to the Electoral Act if they pass through the National Assembly and receive the President's assent well ahead of the 2027 general elections.